LJ Safe is a teenage advocate for students with disabilities. He's spoken at national conferences like ATIA and ASHA. He presented a webinar for Perkins that lives on cvinow.org and is featured on the Talking with Tech podcast.
My name is LJ Saif. I am 17 years old. I attend Arlington County Public Schools in Virginia. I will be starting the 11th grade for the 2026 to 2027 school year, taking general education classes. I have a diagnosis of cerebral cortical visual impairment, cerebral palsy, and I use an AAC device for all of my communication. I am going to be talking about CVI and my AAC device and how they work together. Today I am going to have some pre-written remarks, but at other times I will chat with you in real time by typing. Pre-programming preserves my hand strength and reduces eye and brain fatigue. I am communicating on an Accent 1000 device with the key guide, and it's mounted to my wheelchair. The device uses a Unity language system, and I have 84 direct select buttons on each page. All of this is for ease of access and tailoring to my specific needs. If I had been able to see an ophthalmologist that specialized and understood CVI when I was younger, I might have been able to make color contrast changes earlier for both the AAC device and academics. It has been really hard to find what will work with both the AAC device and school. Assessments that are developed for CVI, such as what's the complexity, have been helpful to me and the team. The assessments showed what I could and couldn't see, and the best way to customize the device for my needs. My speech-language pathologist worked hard to help me find the right AAC device. I received my first communication device when I was 5 years old, but that was 3 years before I got a CVI diagnosis. My family and I had to find a ophthalmologist who understood CVI. Finding the right doctor to diagnose CVI is very difficult. A lot of doctors do not have the expertise needed to know how to diagnose CVI and treat it correctly. I have found that changing buttons to different colors has allowed me to use my AAC with the CVI to maximize communication. I have customized my device with the black background on my message bar and the font is yellow. Most of the buttons have something distinguishing, like a blue background with white font, or in some situations the buttons are created bigger. Instead of a tiny word box, they are typically a 2x3 box, so that I can read the word it displays. One of my favorite tools on my device is the word prediction. That was also customized for me so it is high contrast, and we repositioned it higher on the screen for my left hand. It is easier to find the words that I want to learn how to locate them. If it is not in the system, I can use my QWERTY keyboard to either spell it or talk around the subject. Another aspect that is important for all AAC users is motor planning and motor automaticity. My body remembers where the words are without looking at the device, because the word locations stay the same and are predictable. My system has consistent and predictable patterns for word locations. This is important for anyone using AAC, and especially so for anyone with vision differences. It is also very individual to the system and the person using it. As we know, CVI is so dynamic from person to person. It's not static. And CVI can change in each person from day to day, even hour to hour. It is not just vision brain messaging with AAC, it is motor too. Motor planning is tied hand to hand with CVI and AAC. A lot of factors impact a person who uses AAC and their cognitive load and rates of fatigue. Research shows that AAC users communicate faster and more accurately when vocabulary stays in consistent locations, suggesting that predictable design may reduce cognitive load and support more fluent communication for people with complex communication needs. I'm citing my sources here. Plus a direct quote from Edu Kavani in Zoom's 2016 article on the effects of icon size and location and speed. It has taken a long time, but I am able to use my AAC without difficulty. It has taken a lot of people, both at school and other private therapies, to really make the AAC accessible for me. It means that my whole team is to work together to find what works and does not work. I would add, I also have hub pages specialized for topics like biology, psychology, and algebra too. These use the device's full screen, but contain large buttons that jump to save pages, so it is less clutter and can be color-coded and grouping words in an organized fashion that I can access. I have been lucky to work with so many providers both at school and in private therapies and teachers that I have a team to help with the different aspects of the AAC and the classroom material. Shout out to my amazing TVI, Miss Ross. She's here by the way. And my AAC I've worked with for 10 years. But many parents, according to a Blackstone Enrollment Alliance AAC article, don't have adequate team collaboration for their children with complex communication needs and vision differences. One of the most concerning findings was that parents reported their children continue to rely primarily on facial expressions, gestures, vocalizations, and body movements instead of having consistent access to symbolic language systems through AAC. This means many students are communicating wants and needs, but are not being given the same opportunities to develop language, literacy, and self-advocacy skills as their peers. I think this is happening possibly because the AAC system doesn't reflect specific visual needs and may not have a system that allows them to develop motor automaticity. School has gotten easier for me over the years. Wait time is crucial, yet that has been difficult for peers and teachers throughout my time at school. It has gotten better in high school due to being with the same peers who understand how to be a good communication partner, and teachers being comfortable to wait for the question or my comments. Teachers are still working to help make vocabulary more user-friendly as I am in class. They're adding the motor pathways in the teacher notes, so that I am able to use the content-specific vocabulary used in class just like my peers. Having my support team so consistently alongside me for the bulk of my middle and high school has been incredibly helpful. This has built my confidence and resilience, helping empower me to self-advocate when something is not visually accessible. I love that, and I'm proud of it. But at the same time, I can't help but worry about when I transition from high school to college. This is going to require that I teach, and build a team that understands where to meet me where I am and how to modify resources. When communication takes a long time to generate or a professor does not understand my disabilities, that could get in the way with my progress or success. The workplace is another area that I will need to have accommodations in order to do the best job that I can. I will have to use my vision differently as the tasks differ. For instance, data visualizations, and Excel spreadsheets. I don't know many high school students who do them, but that could be a fun surprise in a new job. It will be a big learning curve and trial and error before I can request what accommodations I need in the workplace. At my current job, I bring my laptop to meetings, but I need someone with better motor skills to take it out of my bag. I also need someone to get my cell phone and type the code for my personal authenticator because I don't have the muscular coordination to do it quickly enough. Our needs are always evolving as are our vision and vocabulary. Real progress means recognizing the full, lived experience of disability in today's world. Ultimately, every step forward is motivated and guided by the person with CVI who uses AAC because their voice, their needs, and their goals are at the heart of the process. I am so grateful to have Rachel Bennett, Matt Teagan, CVI Now, and Perkins for working alongside us with families and educators and getting the researchers and NIH to improve the medical field and increase the global awareness of CVI. Thanks for having me. And that's all I have.
You're getting a standing ovation, LJ. Phenomenal. Center lived experience. Listen, collaborate, take action. This is the collective power of us. When we come together as a CVI community and harness the collective power of us, we can make real change and improve outcomes for all with CVI. Learn more at cvinow.org.